Built to Last is brought to you by the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council Labor Management Committee and Armstrong Ceilings. Faster, easier, better.
Welcome to Built to Last. I'm Mark Nilsson. Built to Last presents stories about the highly trained, skilled tradespeople of the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council and the projects they're working on throughout their territory of Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, and eastern Iowa. We're here at the Mid-America Carpenters Apprenticeship and Training Center in St. Louis, Missouri. It's here where the skilled carpenters of tomorrow learn their trade. Schools are obviously a necessity for any population, but as you'll see in this Built to Last feature story, when it comes to schools built to serve those with disabilities, it takes a whole lot more in the way of design and craftsmanship to build.
We're at Markland Nathan Education Center, and we're building a new school.
68 years ago, an individual by the name of Mark William Lund was born. And he had Down syndrome and severe cardiac issues. And a nurse by the name of Claire Haverkamp was asked to care for him. And basically that was the beginning of Mark Lund. We became the first one in the state to provide care for someone with a severe and profound developmental disability.
And the Mid-America Carpenters are working with Mark Lund to expand their capabilities with a new state-of-the-art facility.
We're in the framing stage of construction. They poured the concrete slab for this project 2 months ago. The precast walls went up, so you can see in 2 months just how far it's come.
The Nathan Education Center is going to be an extension of our current programming. We will have 2 different programs housed there. One is going to be the day school program. The other part of the Nathan Education Center is going to be home to Markland's Bridge Builder Community Day program. We're going to service individuals 18 and over who more so are on the autism spectrum or have other developmental disabilities.
We're going to be able to continue to build upon the things that we've worked with them for years on communication and vocational issues, and really helping them to become really adults.
Our goal is actually to get these individuals employed in the community setting.
None of these buildings are built by the state of Illinois or the federal government. These all come through donation funds.
The planning process as we designed and developed the Nathan Education Center, we really took into consideration the needs of our current clients as well as our future potential clients.
FCL Builders has been doing a fabulous job of managing the wonky supply chain that we're in and really keeping us on schedule. If you don't get the school done, then you miss the beginning of that school year.
Markland offers a variety of services from residential, community day services, and also day school programming. We take students who have cognitive impairments, they have deficits in expressive communication, and so we develop our programming based upon their needs, really focusing on those skill deficits and getting them to where they need to be.
We have physical therapists, occupational therapists, speech, recreational, music.
The Mid-America Carpenters understand the needs of Mark Lund and continue to prove their worth.
The product that the union's been bringing are high quality.
There won't be water leaks, doors will be working properly, and that's important with wheelchairs and stuff. Everything has to be functional.
I like working on projects like this because they're really organized and they're cleaned up, and it's not hard to perform at a high level.
Mid-American Carpenters bring skill, safety, training, professionalism. It means good quality work.
It's easy for me as a business agent to see the difference between our work and others. We train our carpenters to be better.
Mid-American Carpenters do things right. They're the best in the nation.
We have a certain swagger to us that we're better than the other guy, and these projects tend to showcase that.
We're super excited to open the building, welcome new clients into the Bridge Builder program, and really extend our day services in terms of the day school side.
We serve the 10% of the 10% that need this really individualized care.
It's really amazing to see the students come in with very limited skills, often sometimes no forms of communication, and our staff is just super creative, and we're able to get them back to a place where the homeschool is able to support them again.
I always have that sense of pride that someone will benefit from your abilities, your skill, and just your kindness.
Markland's just overall a very special place. We look beyond an individual's disability and we look at what abilities they do have.
And our vision is a happy, safe, purpose-filled life for every individual with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
The need is there, you can see the difference we can make, and that's a good feeling. This is what we do.
Armstrong takes pride in making a positive difference in people's lives. With the broadest portfolio in the industry and proven technical performance, contractors can install with confidence. Our ceiling construction expertise, training, and pre-engineered solutions make it seamless to transition from one end of the building to the other. Solutions like frame-all drywall grid, including simple soffit prefabricated bend and click soffit framing, the faster, easier, better way to build from Armstrong.
Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, community, or utility-scale solar systems, developers throughout the Midwest are integrating renewable energy systems into a variety of businesses and construction developments, and this demand is growing every day. The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council are the skilled energy professionals in building and installing sustainable, precision-built structures, adding value at all the stages of construction.
They're able to look for key advantages that we might be able to implement to install them faster and better.
From solar arrays to wind turbine developments, the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council provides a professional, skilled, local workforce to build these renewable energy developments throughout the Midwest, providing the highest quality and safety standards in the industry. Insist on the best in delivering your project needs, on time and within budget.
Today, more than ever, the awareness of infectious disease control is on the minds of just about everyone. And this couldn't be more important than for those in healthcare settings such as hospitals. Managing infectious disease in these environments is critical for the health and safety of the sick, as well as for those who work and visit hospitals. That's why the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council is providing specialized training not only for the tradesmen and women who work in healthcare settings, but for anyone who works in them.
The world changed in 2020. More people started to realize there is a need for people to be trained in infectious disease and infectious prevention.
You know, if somebody who's passed away in a hospital, they say, oh, it was due to a complication or something like that. A lot of times it's a secondary infection. It could be mold, it could be dust, it could be anything.
Research shows that 100,000 people a year die from secondary infections that they contract at a hospital, and 5,000 of those they can relate to construction activities that were going on.
During renovation work, especially during demolition of the walls, ceilings, and flooring, a lot of particles are put into the air.
We could break into a wall and there could be a lot of mold in there, or even just a small amount of mold. It doesn't really take much. We don't want to introduce that into the rest of the hospital.
Mold is a huge one, especially Aspergillus mold. It has spores about half the size of other species, and it can land on an open wound, open sore. It can be inhaled, get into your lungs, right, and cause very bad diseases. It can cause pneumonia, and ultimately it can actually cause death to people that are immunocompromised.
To help fight the spread of cross-contamination and secondary infections in hospitals, the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council offers ICRA training to its members. ICRA stands for Infection Control Risk Assessment. Through a series of 3 8-hour classes and hands-on training, carpenters learn how to safely do renovation work in a contained environment.
It's a 24-hour class, takes you through all the rules and regulations, and then the physical part of the working in the shop, fabricating a hard wall as well as a soft wall. And using all the little devices, the particulate counter to check the air, and then the magnehelic device to check the pressure inside the contained area.
So what the members are learning today is how to build a soft wall. It's a short-term containment to keep all the contamination and infectious agents inside of the work area so that none get released out into the environment and have a possibility of getting patients that are immunocompromised, get them more sick.
We teach them from bloodborne pathogens to airborne, waterborne, and we go through all of this. It's not just a, hey, you came in on a Saturday for a couple of hours, here's a card, go ahead. We're thorough about it. We go into it deep.
Without question, anything extra that you can learn or you can get a hold of it, it'll make you more marketable. The contractor may be more likely to hire you because you've had that class. You're aware of working in that environment.
Gives us a great chance to hunt down extra work. One of the things I know we're doing right now is working for a pharmaceutical company, and they have potential in the next year building some labs, remodeling them. Even though it's not a hospital, this could still come in hand for any of that work. KISS containing, because who knows what they're mixing up in those lab areas.
You understand what the processes are. You know what needs to get done to get the job done right and to keep people safe. So yeah, of course it'll make you more profitable because obviously more knowledge, more power, more money.
And the class isn't just for carpenters. The union is offering free ICRA awareness classes for healthcare professionals, contractors, and anyone else interested in learning the latest in safety protocols.
Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council is currently doing an 8-hour awareness class to facilities. So we have project managers, we have epidemiologists, we have superintendents from throughout the industry.
It was brought to our attention by our client at Northwestern, and it was just something that we wanted to do to enhance our knowledge of working in medical facilities.
Me, myself personally, on the lab side, building up lab spaces for private companies. So learning more about the procedures, what we need to do to take care of the patients there, and the importance of infection control.
Oh, like a pill bottle.
There we go.
Okay.
I think making it accessible to everyone really says a lot about the commitment to patient safety, the commitment to preventing infections. And I think that accessibility is why you see so many folks from different backgrounds in the audience here today.
The goal for the Mid-America Carpenters with this program is to get people home. Whether it's carpenters, whether it's visitors, whether it's your loved ones visiting you at the hospital or facility, wherever you're at. Our motivation is not monetary, but again, it's just to get people home and be safe.
It gives them a better insight of what the carpenters do. And the carpenters on that job site are another set of eyes for the hospital.
When a patient enters a hospital or a family member takes a loved one to a hospital, they shouldn't have to worry about the environment. They shouldn't have to worry about the ceiling tiles or the flooring. So that's what the Mid-America Carpenters, that's what they're there for that peace of mind that everything is being taken care of. And I think when you see the Mid-America Carpenters, you know you're in good hands there.
Want a great career? Join the Carpenters Union and be part of the next generation building our communities. With the Carpenters Union Career Connections program, high school students get a head start on the industry's leading curriculum. Learn the latest in construction technology and the many skilled crafts the Carpenters Union represents. Plus, earn as you learn. Receive a nice paycheck, health insurance benefits, and best of all, no college debt. Ask your school district to participate in the Career Connections program and get started on your future.
Unions need a collective voice, just like workers do. We built the Midwest Coalition of Labor to bring unions together to provide valuable benefits beyond the healthcare and retirement that their members already receive. Because we know that with numbers, there is strength. Strength that gives us the purchasing power to negotiate the best supplemental benefits that our members deserve at the lowest cost possible. Because united we bargain, divided we beg. Contact the MCL to see how your union can join our growing coalition.
Welcome back to Built to Last. I'm Mark Nilsson. Members of the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council come from a wide array of backgrounds. One of the top sources for recruitment are veterans of our nation's armed forces. Much like the men and women of the skilled trades, veterans possess important skill sets like teamwork, attention to detail, and mission-critical focus. When armed service members move toward the end of their military careers, they often seek guidance about what they will do next. Well, there's one program showing them why becoming a union carpenter might be a perfect fit.
My father, he was in the Army for 4 years as a motor transportation operator. My grandfather was in World War II in Korea as a Navy Seabee. And then my sister was in the Air Force, and now myself, I'm the only Marine. I became an enlisted Marine in 2003. It was right after the Twin Towers, and I figured I'd go serve my country.
The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council works closely with the armed services and their veterans to launch new careers as skilled carpenters.
I work as the liaison/advocate. I was a military person myself, 14 years Army Reserve. So I know the value of what those transitioning soldiers have as far as skill. I was a part of the engineering battalion in the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. The logo means let us try.
Service members receive guidance as they are re-entering civilian life. For many, becoming a Mid-America Carpenter is the perfect career. One program leads them on their way.
The CARE program is a DoD program that helps service members learn the trade through an apprenticeship program or a pre-apprenticeship program.
I mean, it actually is an acronym, just like all military things are. Career Aligning Recruitment Effort. And we will match them with one of our signatory contractors to get them on board so that they can have this easy transition from one day being in the military to next day being a civilian.
I've been more in the military than a civilian. Jumped on the skill bridge as I'm retired after 20 years of service.
So the Skill Bridge program is an opportunity for service members their last 180 days to be involved in any type of internship program.
Marine Corps, Army, Navy, Air Force is providing them the training they're going to need to transition out of their military contracts.
As part of Skill Bridge, the CARE program gets outgoing service members involved with the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council.
I have about 5 months remaining on contract, but I'm finishing that out with the Skill Bridge program with the Mid-America Carpenters with ENK. I haven't swung but a house hammer prior to coming out here, so being out here with journeymen and foremen has helped me.
Another great opportunity is that the company can actually give them the training that they need specific to their qualifications and their standards that they need to have happen.
And servicemen and women often have the same soft skills that carpenters need.
Some may not have a construction background at all, but they may have the technical skills to lead troops, to work successfully in groups, teams.
They are getting trained constantly from the moment they enter the military, their work ethic, their leadership abilities, their responsibility, how they work with others.
And that's what employers that we have want. Somebody that can transition into a leadership role or just be able to take orders.
My father-in-law was with the Mid-America Carpenters Union for 30 plus years, almost 40. He finished off as a superintendent with J.E. Dunn, and he's the one that prompted me to look into the Carpenters Union as a trade.
The little bit of time that I have got to be around Steve, he's a very good listener. He catches on fairly quick, and he's excited about being here. With those components, it makes it a whole lot easier to teach somebody.
It's kind of a win-win for the company. Basically, the only risk for the company is just the training, right? The time that it's taking to train those service members.
We offer that with our collaboration with our signatory contractors and are able to work for them at no cost to the contractor for the last 6 months of their enlistment.
All service members, while they're on any internship, they're still getting their paycheck, they're still getting their benefits. They are fully taken care of.
He came into this trade not knowing anything, not even knowing how to run a screw gun. He's doing great for a brand new employee.
It's therapeutic. I enjoy being outdoors.
Everybody that I've had working with him says that he is doing great.
The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council is a great fit for transitioning service members to help ease the transition from military service to their civilian world.
To me, this whole program is great because if what they're saying is true, We're going to need a lot more guys like this in the future. We've had 10 service people complete it so far. In 2 weeks' time, we'll have 5 service members in the program, 2 in Kansas City and 3 in St. Louis. Stephen Boswell said before he left his duty station in North Carolina, every battalion, he put one of our flyers in their TAPS offices.
To any members transition out of the military, I would say definitely take a look at the Carpenters Union.
Trade up, right here, right now. Working for a non-union contractor, I never got a pay raise. Now I get a raise every year working as a union carpenter.
No matter how many kids you have, you're fully covered.
Every hour you work, money's going into your retirement, your annuity. For non-union, they don't have a school program, classes you can take.
You can take the commercial aspect of it, or you can go the residential.
Trade up,
right here, right now.
Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, community, or utility-scale solar systems, developers throughout the Midwest are integrating renewable energy systems into a variety of businesses and construction developments, and this demand is growing every day. The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council are the skilled energy professionals in building and installing sustainable, precision-built structures, adding value at all the stages of construction.
They're able to look for key advantages that we might be able to implement to install them faster and better.
From solar arrays to wind turbine developments, the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council provides a professional, skilled, local workforce to build these renewable energy developments throughout the Midwest, providing the highest quality and safety standards in the industry. Insist on the best in delivering your project needs, on time and within budget.
Few things in life are certain. Well, except for taxes. We all need to pay our fair share. In doing so, roads are built, services like parks and libraries are provided, and of course, the infrastructure of the nation is maintained. Sadly, a group of unscrupulous contractors isn't playing by the rules. The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council has had enough of this bad behavior and has taken it upon themselves to make the public aware of what's happening and the effects it's having on all of us.
When we have tax fraud, it's an unfair advantage and it's illegal. That's why we're fighting it.
Too many contractors are trying to cheat the system. And when they think they're cheating the system, what's really sad is they're cheating their employees, they're cheating the community, and they're cheating the state.
My name is Richie. I've been a carpenter most of my life. I worked for a company in 2016 and I was getting paid cash.
The main areas of fraud that we see in the marketplace is actual payment by cash, actually cash in an envelope.
He trabajado como carpintero y me pagaban en efectivo.
A second method is misclassification. It's an individual who's truly an employee by the test of what the IRS says an employee is, but for tax purposes and payment purposes, they're an independent contractor, but they're really not.
When they do receive a 1099, it's a big sum of money, and well, they're in for a surprise when they go to fill out their taxes.
These individuals do not get paid in for workman's compensation or unemployment compensation.
They're getting rich while you're getting poor and broke and struggling.
In Illinois, $60 million of revenue is lost per year.
In Missouri, it's estimated that $44 million is lost in unemployment and workers' compensation contributions every single year. $44 million lost.
And because of that, we all pay more.
If we address tax fraud, that's more money for schools, roads, bridges, basically any project that we have going on here in the state.
Now, therefore, I, Thomas B. Mattimer, as the mayor of the city of Rockford, do hereby proclaim April 17th, 2023 to be Tax Fraud Awareness Day.
To help combat tax fraud, Mid-America Carpenters are standing up and taking to the streets during Tax Fraud Days of Action.
Today we're at the Mexican consulate. We are raising awareness.
Besides issuing documents and besides having a link with the community, what we do is we protect Mexican nationals.
They may be walking out of here and obtaining their first job tomorrow. It's important for us to talk to them now before they become victims of payroll tax fraud by the employers.
If they're getting ripped off, they're getting cheated out of
all kinds of benefits that just anybody working on a factory takes for granted.
I didn't know anything about the union benefits, wages, and everything. My wife was pregnant. I was paying out of my own pocket $800 a month.
They just said to not say anything, so it kind of made me feel like these guys are hiding something.
And then half the time when these guys get hurt, they go to the county hospital and then you and me are paying for it.
Y en una ocasión yo tuve un accidente en mi dedo, me corté con un vidrio de una ventana y les dije que si me podían llevar al hospital y me dijeron que no. Pues literalmente sí me sentí como que no era parte de la compañía.
They don't care because it's not their problem.
If you're doing things like that and it comes back on you and the company falls because of it, it also affects the employees, their families, their children, and maybe the parents that they're taking care of.
When this came to the light, they got caught and I just got laid off right there and then.
I was angry. I felt sick to my stomach. I should have been getting all the benefits.
I couldn't apply to unemployment because they never reported anything to the Social Security.
The individuals that are being treated this way, they really don't want to come forward. They're afraid. In many cases, they're undocumented workers, and if they squeal on their boss, they feel that they could be blackballed or even be injured.
If workers feel that they are victims of tax fraud, they can contact the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council for help. We will be more than gladly to meet them after hours off-site to take care of the problem and help them do the right thing.
Mid-American Carpenters are helping me out. They got me into a local, they got me a job.
We're leading the charge. We are ready to deal with this and to deal with these individuals. We just need to protect the carpenters that are out there, union and non-union alike, because we're in the same marketplace.
We try to protect our citizens. If we know there's a bad contractor there, we pull a license if there's enough documentation to say they violated or they're defrauding people.
Ever since I opened my eyes and I become a more active member of the Mid-American Carpenters, I've been getting paid what I'm supposed to get paid. I got my insurance, my family is protected, and I'm sure that I have something for when I retire.
People come here from different countries for the right reasons. They want to better their lives. A lot of times they run into the wrong people. They don't know that there's a better way. We can provide that better way.
That's all for this episode of Built to Last. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Built to Last TV. I'm Mark Nilsson. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.